Good afternoon or evening, families. It's Mr. B here. I just wanted to send out this video quick about our report card. I know for many of you who have been in the district, the report card is a little old in its status. It's been around for a long time and it hasn't really changed, and it gets kind of confusing. And so I just made this quick document to kind of go through and let you know what it means. The report card should be out, I believe, by next Wednesday. They are public because the office has to finalize the attendance, and then it should be on Parent View. I don't believe they mail them anymore because they are just pushing everything through Parent View. If you do not have access to Parent View, please, you can call the office and they should be able to assist you in setting it up, or I can try and find some papers to help you show how you can sign up online. But I believe the report cards are through Parent View only now. Um, you can also call or email me too if you have questions, and we can see if we can figure it out for getting you registered for Parent View. I believe you're supposed to do that at the enrollment office, anyways. Just to go through the numbers, it is about the same from elementary school to middle school that they use the 4-3-2-1 system. If you had to give it a letter grade, because I know many parents, including me, we're raised on letter grades. A 4 is A plus. Okay, it means that they exceed all the work at this point. They are very independent. They need very little assistance, if any. They can grasp a concept quickly and apply it by themselves. So 4 is like A plus. Okay, it is not what is expected of them at any trimester during first grade. A 3 is what we consider at grade level for the point in the time for first grade, or you can call a 3 an A. And so 3 is on grade level. They do all the work. Sure, they may need help a little bit once in a while, but once I do give them help, they get going. They can finish it on their own. They participate and can grasp concepts pretty well. So that's a 3. A 2 would be that they are just below grade level. They might need more. They might ask more questions. They might need more one-on-one help once in a while, like a couple times a week in both math and reading. So that's like a 2. So consider a 2 like a B to a C. And a 1 is like a C to a D, where they basically need help to get started or finish every single time. They also may have trouble recalling information, such as letter sounds or sight words, and they need that reminder and assistance every time. So that's kind of what it really means with the 4-3-2-1. Please note that as we go through trimesters, just because you get a 3 in math in trimester 1 and you get a 2 in trimester 2, it doesn't mean that necessarily that your child has gone down or lost knowledge. It just means that the difficulty has increased and they haven't been able to keep up. It is possible to go down in trimester 2, up in trimester 3. It's possible to go down both trimesters because the difficulty increases and the topics change. So it doesn't necessarily mean that your child is losing information. It just means that the difficulty has gotten so much where they need extra help. So it's not uncommon for that to happen. It does not mean that they should just keep going up and up and up, because as we know, the difficulty increases in first grade. And you will tell, both in the winter and the spring, you will see both in their homework and just maybe what they tell you, that it is a little bit more difficult than obviously the fall. For life skills, we have MID. M is meets expectations. Basically, they can monitor, regulate, and problem solve on their own. They might need help once a week, if any. I means that they are inconsistent. They need help from the teacher more than once a day to help them self-monitor, regulate, or problem solve. A good example is they raise their hand and say, I don't know what to do, or I don't know where to get this, or I can't find my pencil in my desk. So they basically, it's like where they ask for help more than once a day. And then D means that they need constant assistance from me or any teacher. For math and numbers and operations, that's your adding, your subtracting, your counting, drawing pictures is for math. Your algebra is your word problems, your missing equations parts, so like 3 plus something equals 7. Also note that I've sent the math tests home, and you'll see that their errors are not marked. I don't want them to mark it because, one, sometimes I mark it and you can't see what they wrote. But two, it's good for you to see any mistakes they make. A lot of times their mistakes are because they rush. And you can tell because they'll get like 9 of the questions right, but then they'll miss one. because they were going too fast and weren't stopping and thinking about their answers. So I want you to see their mistakes and to show them that mistakes are okay, and to look at it from a point of look how much you did, or look how much you got versus the one thing that they missed, right? And focusing on that. For reading level, E or below is just below grade level for this point in reading. Remember, it starts at A and goes to Z, and A is like beginning of kindergarten, and Z is end of fifth grade. So for first grade, F and G is where they are on track to finish at grade level at this point. It does not mean that G is the ending level for first grade. J is the ending level in first grade. So FG means they're on track to finish at J or higher. If your child gets an H plus on their report card, it means that they are above grade level and they could be higher. If you want the exact letter, you can email me and I can tell you. I'm not allowed, and I don't understand why, and I guess it's a district thing, that I can't just give you the exact letter. I've been yelled at by the district literally that to stop doing, to give parents the exact letter and just do this H plus thing instead. So if you want the actual letter grade or letter of their reading level, I can just tell you, but you'll have to ask me through email. I can't do it on the report card for some reason. And just remember that when you look at the reading level, that speed is not everything. Just because your child may read fast at home doesn't mean that necessarily they are comprehending everything that they are reading. When I give them a letter for reading level, I am including both their speed and their fluency, their speed and their comprehension. If they can't answer questions like fairly quickly about what they read, they have to go back and they have to check, or they just completely miss questions that will hold their reading level lower because they are not retaining what they're reading. They're actually not making sense of what they're reading. They're just decoding words, right? And so it's very important that, students are able to answer questions about what they read and compare questions and compare characters in the book or compare characters between books, or be able to put the story in order, or to be able to explain the problem and solution of a character or an object in the book. And so if they can't do that, then their reading level will be held lower until they continue to have practice to be able to do that. One thing you can do at home simply is to ask them questions and to ask them where in the text do you know that is happening. If they can point to that and tell you, then you know their comprehension is probably pretty good. If they need your help, then you know probably that they were just reading to go fast and they weren't reading to make sense of what they're reading. If you have any music or gym questions, you can please email Miss George, who is a gym teacher, or Miss Zerbis, who is the music teacher. If you have any concerns about their gym or music grades, if you ask me, I'm just going to ask them because I don't obviously know what goes on exactly in their classroom there. But that's kind of the basic, translation, if you would say, of the report card. If you have any questions, please email me and ask. I know it can be confusing. I know you get all that paperwork that gets emailed as well. That's hard to translate yourself sometimes. But please let me know if you have any questions. Again, the report card should be out by probably next Wednesday. I believe it's the 14th is what it is, or the 12th. So look for it.